video tutorial here. We're removing the rear shocks on a Audi A8, but before we do that, we're going to show you how to access the shocks and how to remove the rear seat. This video is solely on how to remove the rear seat. So first thing you want to do, you don't need to disconnect your battery or anything. First thing you want to do is come over here to your trim panel on passenger or driver side, whichever one of the rear, and you want to take a screwdriver or your fingers and just feel this trim, this plastic trim right here. You want to pop it up, and so once you pop that trim up, folks, there will be a light that's connected right here up underneath the panel where that shiny plastic metal looking piece is. You want to disconnect that by depressing this tab right here with your finger. See that? And then once you get it up, you want to flip these little clips out of the rubber weather stripping that's on the bottom of the panel. All right, so next thing you want to do is you want to access this bolt. It's actually two of those bolts and two of those nuts. They're 17 millimeters. And what you want to do to access those is you want to feel the front of the seat right here up underneath and bump it up on both sides. Once you do that, you'll be able to flip the seat up and just simply wiggle the seat upward in an upward motion and then pry out the safety belts that are up underneath there. Once you've taken out the safety belts, you'll see a green connector right here. You just want to press down on this tab right here and then slide that out of the female into that connector. Once you've done that, you'll gain access to the bottom of your seat that looks like this. You'll have a nut right here in the middle section on both sides, passenger and driver, and you'll have a bolt on both sides right here on passenger and driver in the corner. So after you've done that, folks, the next thing you want to do is climb inside the vehicle, grab underneath it. You can, if your seat headrest right here, that little button will work and will let you take that out, you can. But if not, these won't let me take the headrest off. So I'm going to leave mine on. So what you want to do is come up underneath the seat like so. Pick up on it and then lift up like so. And there you have it. It comes off of the hanger up there. The headrest is a little bit in the way, but not that bad. As you see right here, there's the bracket that the seat was hanging on. So that's how you remove your rear seat out of your vehicle. To access your speakers in the back if you want to change those out, and or your struts, which is another video for that on the struts. So next thing you want to do is unclip this connector on your seat by pressing these two tabs on the side like so, and then sliding it out of its connection. All right, guys, thanks for watching. That's a video on how to take out your own seats on an Audi A8 Quattro in the rear. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please like, share, and subscribe. Peace. Okay, guys, so the next step in this process is to remove this handle. There's two screws right here, hex head screws. We'll do that now. Now that the handle's out of the way, the next thing we're going to do is take a trim tool piece and we're going to stick it up under the lip right here and pry this bad boy down so that we can remove that piece off of the ceiling. All right, so now that we have that piece of paneling down for the ceiling, that quarter panel, we're gonna take this plastic trim right here off of the corner piece next to the window. And the weather stripping for the defrost. See right here in the corner. And we're going to unhook this electrical connector right here. All right, now we have the electrical connector disconnected right here off of this point on the back. So we're going to place this piece of trim in the trunk to get it out the way from being damaged. Now that we have that out the way, guys, there are 4 plastic tabs in this piece. There's 1, 2, 3. Lift this up, 4, and we're going to remove this piece right here. All right, now we have those 4 plastic caps, inserts out of there. We can remove this panel. Lift up and wiggle. All right. All right, guys, now that we have that piece off and we're fully exposing the rear right here, what you want to do is you want to lower this center console in the back and then fold out this door by just pressing down on the tab, releasing it. Then you want to come over to either side and just stick your finger behind this little ear right here and pull out very easily, and it'll expose 2 bolts at the top that we got to get out of. Well, 2 plastic tabs that's holding this center console in, as well as these bolts right here behind this carpeted area. I've already removed those bolts and nuts, but just come down through there and take those nuts and bolts off of there. See them? You have to take your hand and move that carpet back. So we're going to do that now. Next step in this process, guys, we're taking these screens off of the speakers right here in the rear to expose the screws. As you can see here, it screws pinning this mesh down at the top. So we're just taking a trim tool right here and we're prying around these speaker covers on the edge to get these off. So again, the reason we're going around with a trim tool instead of a flathead screwdriver is because if you look at those tabs right there, they have little hooks on them and they're embedded into the covering on the back there, covering up the speakers and protecting those. This is the one off of the center. And if you use a regular screwdriver, you run the risk of breaking those tabs off. But as you saw earlier, that trim tool, it has that hook on it and that space to where it can get in the place. It's designed for things like this. But I do believe the center one is the only one that's still holding this mesh on. I'm yet to take this last one off right here. Got that one off as well. There don't seem to be any screws up under it. Not that I see. Next step, guys, we're taking these Zerk head screws out of here. We're using this special tool with a bit to get these bad boys out of there. Alright guys, so now we have all 4 of those screws out. Next, what I'm going to do is easily pick up on this very large piece because I don't want to split it, crack it, destroy it in any way. And there we go. There we go. So now we can just slide this down at the seatbelt strap. There we have it. And there you have it. That piece is removed. I see one bolt right there. I believe we have to remove these speakers, these side speakers, off of here to get those off. That's a 13 millimeter. We're going to take all 3 of these bolts out on each side. So that's the next step. Alright guys, we got those bolts off, nuts off, and it wasn't a 13, it was a 10 millimeter nut on there. So what you want to do then is pull up on the speaker, disconnect that wire. Alright, so if you look right here, there's a wire loom and it's on a tab right there on that bolt head. So I took my trim tool piece, stuck it up under here to remove that off of that screw head, that clip. And then you can finagle your carpet from up underneath there to expose your bolts for your wrist struts. They're the bolts.